It's easy to overlook mushrooms and you know, just cast them aside. But today I'm going to be making a delicious, creamy, rich garlic mushroom. This is gonna be packed with umami, richness. It's gonna be absolutely fantastic. And to top it all off, I'm gonna serve it over some hash browns. It's gonna be absolutely fantastic. So this recipe is actually super simple. To start, I'm really just gonna do some quick prep. Going to prepare some onion and some garlic. You can see we're just going for some minced onions. I find this to be the easiest way to prepare the minced onions. It reduces the amount of that burning effect that you get from the onions because we're leaving the core attached to the onion, and that helps reduce that. Okay, so next up I have some garlic. I have 3 cloves that I'm just going to go ahead and grate them up. That's the quick prep, and now it's time to start adding some heat. So I'm going to go on over to the stove and start heating up my cast iron skillet to start heating up these onions. I'm going to add some oil and get that nice and hot, and then I'm going to add in all of the onion. So this onion's going to cook for about 5 minutes or so to really kind of start opening up and really being aromatic. Okay, so now the onions are getting aromatic. You can see they're starting to get some color, kind of a blend between some caramelization and some tanning here. I'm going to go ahead and add in the garlic. This garlic is going to cook really quickly because it's finely grated. So I'm going to mix it in here. I'm going to add some chili flakes. Not too much, just enough to bring out a little bit of heat and flavor. I'm going to add some tomato paste. And I'm going to mix this all up. And I'm going to also add some miso paste. This miso paste is just going to add another layer of umami to this dish, which is going to be fantastic. And now it's time to add the mushrooms. All right, let's take a look. That's really starting to come together nicely. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some salt, pepper, and thyme. And I'm just adding in some fresh thyme in here. All right, give that a mix. And I'm going to cover it again for a few more minutes. Now at this point I'm trying to soak up some of this liquid from the mushroom, so I'm just going to add some flour and mix that in. Flour's going to help the process of getting this nice and creamy. And now we're going to flavor it up with some vegetable stock. Okay, and so I'm going to let that cook, and then I'm going to let it reduce down a little bit, and then we're going to hit it with some cream. So when it comes to the vegetable stock, you know, I mentioned deglazing. Essentially what that's going to do is, you know, the onions and the garlic and the mushroom, they were all cooking in the skillet, and, you know, it leaves some kind of residue onto the skillet that has a lot of flavor. And so by using the vegetable stock, it deglazes and it takes all that up, and it helps incorporate that all back into the dish. So right now that deglazing is happening, and the liquid is emulsifying, getting a bit thicker. It's going to be a delicious sauce. So it's just a few more minutes, and then I'm going to add some cream to it, and then we're going to start bringing this together and serving it over those hash browns. All right, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and add some cream. Okay, so I added the cream. I'm just gonna let that now emulsify a little bit, reduce down. I'm just gonna prepare some parsley that I'm gonna put on the top of this and get the hash browns ready, so that way it can all be brought together. All right, there it is. Creamy garlic mushroom. It looks fantastic. It smells great. I'm excited to try this out. You know, it's sure to be packed with umami. Let me try it out and tell you what I think. That's delicious. It's exactly like advertised, right? Rich, creamy, umami, full of flavor. It's absolutely fantastic. And I mean, you can serve this on hash browns, you can put it on mashed potatoes, rice, pasta, you know, just about anything. There's so many options for this. That's what's great about it. And it's also super simple and easy to make. You know, there really wasn't a lot of measuring. It wasn't a long process. It was do a quick little prep, bring everything together and cook it up, and, you know, kind of reduce it down. But it's absolutely fantastic. You can use tomatoes in place of tomato paste. You can use your favorite mushrooms if you don't want to use portobello or like a white button mushroom. You can use cremini. Have fun and play around with it. You can use butters and oils. You can add different things to bring out umami-ness and richness. So there's so many different options with this recipe, and that's what's great about it. And you know what? I look forward to making some more delicious recipes and bringing them to you, because I'm your friend with food benefits. And I'll see you again real soon.